Victory Michael sent flowers to Amish Oko and nobody expected this. Nobody expected the flowers. Nobody expected Victory Michael to be the one behind the beautiful surprise that arrived for Amish Oko that morning. It was supposed to be an ordinary day. Amish woke up expecting nothing unusual. She had a busy schedule ahead of her, and her mind was already occupied with everything she needed to get done. She had barely finished getting ready when someone knocked at the door. When she opened it, she saw a beautiful bouquet of flowers. For a moment, she simply stared. "Are these for me?" The person delivering them smiled and handed her the bouquet. "Yes, they were sent for you." Amish looked at the flowers again. There was a small card attached to them. Her heart immediately began beating faster. She opened the card. There were only a few words. To Amish, "Never forget how special you are to me. Keep smiling. Victory Michael." Amish read the message twice. Then a third time. She smiled. She couldn't believe it. Victory Michael had sent her flowers. But what surprised her even more was the timing. There was no birthday, no celebration, no special occasion. He had simply sent them because he wanted to. Amish immediately picked up her phone and called him. He answered almost instantly. "Hello, Ohms." She tried to sound serious. "Mike, did you send me flowers?" There was a short silence. Then he laughed. Maybe. Did you like them?" Amish looked at the bouquet. "They're beautiful. Then that's all that matters." She smiled. "But why did you send them?" Michael became quiet for a moment. "Because I wanted to. That's it. That's it." She laughed softly. "You are becoming very mysterious." "I'm not mysterious. You are." He smiled. "Okay, maybe a little." Amish looked at the flowers again. "You know, people usually send flowers when there's a reason." "There is a reason." "What reason?" "I was thinking about you." Her smile slowly became softer. And I realized I hadn't told you recently how much I appreciate you." Amish didn't respond immediately. Michael continued. "Sometimes we wait for birthdays and celebrations before telling people they matter." He paused. "I didn't want to wait." Those words touched her. She sat down with the flowers beside her. "Mike, yes, thank you. You don't have to thank me." "I do." "No." His voice became gentle. "Just enjoy them." Amish smiled. "I will." "Good. And Mike, they smell amazing." He laughed. "I spent a long time choosing them." "You did?" "Of course." "How long?" "Long enough for the person helping me to ask if I was buying flowers for someone special." Amish laughed. "What did you tell them?" Michael became quiet. "I said yes." Her smile disappeared for a moment. Not because she was unhappy. Because his answer had touched something deeper. Someone special. Very special. She looked at the flowers. "Mike, I mean it, Ohms." He didn't say anything else. He didn't need to. The flowers had already said enough. Later that day, Amish took the flowers with her. Everyone who saw them immediately noticed. Someone asked, "Who sent you those?" She smiled. "A friend." But the smile on her face made the answer sound like there was more to the story. Another person asked, "Which friend?" Amish simply laughed. She didn't want to say his name. Not yet. Because she knew exactly what would happen if she did. People would start teasing her. They would ask questions. They would try to figure out what was happening between her and Michael. And perhaps Amish wasn't ready to explain it herself. Because even she was beginning to wonder, why did the flowers affect her so much? Why had she smiled every time she looked at them? Why had Michael's simple words stayed in her mind all day? And why did the thought of him choosing those flowers specifically for her make her heart feel warm? That evening, she called him again. "You know something?" "What?" "Today was a difficult day." Michael became serious. "Are you okay?" "I'm okay." "Are you sure?" "Yes." She looked at the flowers. "But every time I looked at what you sent me, I smiled." Michael was quiet. Then he said, "That's exactly why I sent them." Amish smiled. "You really wanted to make me smile?" "Yes." "Why?" "Because I like seeing you happy." She closed her eyes for a moment. There it was again. That feeling. That tenderness in his words. That way Michael had of making her feel like she mattered. Amish finally whispered, You know you're becoming dangerous. He laughed. How? You're making it difficult for me to keep calling you just my best friend. The laughter disappeared from Michael's voice. Ohms. She smiled. I'm serious. Michael took a breath. I've been hoping you'd say something like that. She became quiet. You have. For a long time. Amish looked down. Maybe I've been hoping you'd keep showing me. Michael smiled. Then I'll keep showing you. And he did. Not with expensive gifts. Not with dramatic declarations. But with little things. Checking on her. Remembering what mattered to her. Making her laugh when she was stressed. Being there when she needed someone. And occasionally, sending flowers simply because he wanted her to remember that someone was thinking about her. Weeks later, Amish still kept the card that had come with the flowers. She had placed it somewhere safe. Michael eventually discovered this. You kept the card. Amish looked embarrassed. Maybe. He smiled. Why? Because I liked what you wrote. What part? She smiled. That I'm special to you. Michael looked at her. You are. She looked back at him. And you're special to me too. For a moment, neither spoke. Then Michael smiled. Does that mean I can send flowers again? Amish laughed. Only if you promise not to make me cry. I can't promise that. Why? Because I have a lot more things I want to tell you. She shook her head, smiling. Big Mike. What? You're impossible. And you like me anyway. She looked at him. Maybe I do. Michael smiled. Maybe. Amish laughed. Don't push me. He nodded. Okay. Then he looked at her with the same tenderness that had been there from the beginning. I'll wait. And perhaps that was what made the flowers so special. It wasn't simply that Victory Michael sent flowers to Amish Oko. It was the reason behind them. There was no celebration. No camera. No audience. No reason except affection. He had thought about her and decided she deserved a beautiful reminder that she was appreciated. And for Amish, that small gesture became something she would remember for a very long time. Because sometimes love doesn't arrive with a grand announcement. Sometimes it arrives quietly, in a bouquet of flowers, in a handwritten card, in a simple phone call, in someone saying, I was thinking about you. And sometimes, without even realizing it, those little gestures become the beginning of something much deeper. For Amish and Big Mike, the flowers were only flowers. But the feelings behind them were becoming impossible for either of them to ignore. Thank you so much for listening to today's gist. If you enjoyed this discussion, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on your notification bell so you'll always be among the first to receive our latest Nollywood updates. To my returning subscribers, thank you once again for your continuous support. I appreciate every one of you. Until our next gist, keep supporting Nollywood, keep spreading positivity, and take good care of yourselves. My name is Sandy, and this is Direct Sandy TV. See you in the next one.